I'm Dan from the Philippines. I'm queer and I'm excited to be here.
This is Amplify.
Freedom to love, yeah! And we have liftoff.
很兴奋，因为这是来自世界各地的。我们平常都只有在台湾，然后我们平常的议题也都只有在台湾。可是我可以在这一场看到全世界各地的不同的议题，他们可能在香港、在日本，他们怎么样在做他们的同志基督徒的运动，然后他们怎么样把信仰融入他们的社会运动里面，然后看各国他们的发展，我觉得是非常兴奋的。我是 Ivy， 我是台湾人，我来参加 Amplify。
Amplify is an event where LGBT Christians can feel that they are really loved by God, that they are not excluded. God see them as they are and accept them. I think that is the good news for LGBT people.
This is how my journey began. 11 years ago, I left my church because the pastor told me that God would not accept my sexual orientation. With a broken heart, I started my theological study, determined to seek the inclusive side of God.
There's been so much work and love that's been poured into preparing for this week. And I want to say that this gathering of over 200 LGBTIQ Christians and their straight allies from 13 countries would not be possible without what each of you have done.
我係 Vico 美國嚟嘅，我喺香港長大，到12歲到去咗美國。咁我同我嘅另一半係台灣人嘅老公結咗婚喺美國，一路咁依家第一次嚟參加 Amplify。
Section 377 of the Penal Code, which criminalizes consensual sexual acts between adults of the same sex, was unconstitutional.
नमस्ते, मेरा नाम डैनियल मेंडोंसा है और मैं इंडिया भारत से आया हूँ. When India can talk about Section 377 and scrapping it down, I think there are other countries like Singapore, like Hong Kong, who are more open, but they need a strong law to cut it down. I think India has set an example for Asia to scrap down Section 377 for an inclusive world.
With all the conversations around saying that LGBT folks are equated to pedophiles, that he and his wife trusted his 2.5-year-old son with us.
就係香港基督教同志運動歷史。
Hi everyone, today my presentation 講普通話，不好意思，我發音錯了。今天我來分享的主題是香港基督教會。
對，所以我當時其實就蠻好奇，因為從小就被灌輸了說，就同志是錯的。
I think many of you know Korean Peninsula is facing peace mood with North Korea. But on the other hand, we are fighting against all kinds of hatred. In particular, Korean fundamental churches are major obstacles to the establishment of anti-discrimination law against sexual orientation and gender identities.
So this year's Amplify is really different and really important because it coincides with the Taipei Pride Parade.
我们在台湾是台湾的同志游行的这个时间来做 Amplify 的，告诉台湾的所有人，神是爱所有的人的，包括是同性恋。我叫 Pastor Joe， 我是来自马来西亚。
今天最重要的目的呢，就是我们邀请了来自世界各国的基督教的牧师，要来声援台湾的婚姻平权，也要邀请大家一起来反抗、抵抗亚洲各国反对 LGBTQI 的歧视法。
Hello Taipei, Hello Taiwan, Hallelujah. Let's say it again, Hallelujah. The Spirit of God is upon me. I want to say to the NGOs that are here, I want to say to the affirming pastors that can hear us, I want to say to LGBT people all over Taiwan, all over Taipei, You know that the Spirit of God is upon you when you liberate people from bondage. And I want to say to this great country, be the example to liberate those who have been liberated from a religion that oppresses. Free people, free people. One more time, free people, free people. In fact, a lot of religion binds more than it sets free. You know that the Spirit of God is upon you if you are setting people free. Free people. Free people. Is that good? Free people. Free people.
Until every person is free to love and be with the person they love, receiving the blessing from the church and society. Because of principles of love and justice, because of the calling of the Spirit of Christ, here we stand together and we can do no other.
The gospel of love and justice should embrace everyone. We tend to think that people with gender and sexual diversities have got no religion, have no spirituality. But to see the spirituality of worship and the testimonies and the message that came across, it's a learning experience for me that there is a fellowship of love and concern, of solidarity, of strength and support, which is very, very special, and no one would say that they were in a different community where God is not there.